You should buy a condo. We recently got a comment that says, aren't condos hard to sell and have less equity building ability due to the typically high condo fees? Jay, thank you for this question. Let's jump into the answer. We're looking at one-bedroom condo sales in Arlington, Virginia. We're comparing that from 2022 to 2013, so 10 years. Average sales price was $364,000 this past year. 10 years ago, it was $335,000, so about $30,000 appreciation gain. Average days on market this past year was 34 days on market and 26 days on market 10 years ago. Average condo fees have increased about $100 and so over 10 years. Now, when you look at your mortgage payment, that's the next part of this calculation, right? Like we got to figure out how much you would spend per month on a condo. So if we're looking at a $360,000 mortgage at a 5.27% interest rate, please check with your lender. This information is for informational purposes only, okay? So you're looking at a $1,900, just shy of $2,000 mortgage payment. If you add the condo fees, the average condo fees, you're looking at $2,462 a month. Now, when we compare that to Arlington rental rates for a one-bedroom condo or one-bedroom unit, you're looking at $1,955 in the year 2022. Now, when we do this calculation, right, we're trying to figure out when we compare the mortgage rate to the rental rate, what is this difference? This is going to be a $507 difference per month in favor of the mortgage rate, right? When we multiply this out by 12, we're just over $6,000 in savings when you rent versus buy, and then over 10 years. This turns into $60,000, just shy of $61,000. Now, when you're buying a property, when you're buying a condo, let's assume that your mortgage is $360,000. That's only if you have 100% down, no down payment whatsoever. And over the next 10 years, your mortgage payment or the balance on your mortgage will be $287,000. So when we subtract the mortgage from the balance after 10 years, we have $73,000 in equity. When we compare that to the rent, our balance in our rental savings account, we have more equity by $12,000 in this calculation. But there's more. Let's assume you took your savings, your monthly savings of $507, and you invested that into some type of investment account with a 5% return or a rate of return. Then you could expect to have a $79,000 investment at the end of this experiment. And so when you compare that to your equity position, you're looking at $6,000 more when you rent. Now, why are these numbers misleading? Well, first of all, these numbers don't include your acquisition costs when you purchase your condo, right? Acquisition costs include closing costs, inspections, and your move-in update. So a move-in update, in my opinion, is for every property, you're probably going to paint, you're probably going to maybe replace something, just make it your own. This calculation also doesn't include selling costs. Selling costs, because if you think to yourself, or in this calculation, we're saying that you could extract this where is it? Okay, so you could extract this $73,000 in equity, but that $73,000 in equity comes at a cost. So there's commission, real estate commissions. Then there's staging. And when I say staging, this is just making sure that the property is in great condition or sellable condition. And you also have some additional closing costs. This calculation also doesn't include the maintenance cost, right? So what if your appliances break? What if the HVAC system needs to be updated? All of the servicing, all the other stuff that's usually covered by the landlord. Last up, it doesn't include the condo fee increase. So we already noticed condo fees increased by $106 over 10 years. We can expect condo fees to continue to increase. When we're looking at the rental aspect of this conversation, we don't have a discussion about rental increase year over year, which we should expect that, or if the landlord sells, which then forces you to have moving expenses related to moving into a new rental property. Now, should you buy a condo? First of all, this calculation also doesn't include your wages are going to increase over the next 10 years. And you're also going to see yourself go into the different cycles of life. These different cycles we covered on a previous live stream. And usually those cycles trigger some type of buying activity. So it's very likely in 10 years from now, you're going to either have purchased a property or wanted to purchase a property. Now, you also could keep the condo, right? So if you keep the condo and we assume that you have $30,000 in appreciation every 10 years, then you're looking at a $450,000 asset after 30 years. Or $450,000 in equity. That's a great position to be in as far as your retirement position, or just if you want to do something else at that stage of life. Lastly, I would like for people to look at purchasing condos or just purchasing real estate in general as a forced savings account. While yes, you could invest this money, invest the savings every month into an investment account, and then over time, that money will grow and could potentially exceed what you would have made in a real estate purchase, right? But how many people do it? How many people do it? How many people have emergencies that come up and cause them to dip in these different accounts and to change their plans? Since a home is not liquid, you kind of have to deal with life the way it comes. So let me ask you, what do you think? Should you buy a condo? Should you hold off? I'd love to hear your answers in the comment sections. And also, Jay, thank you so much for this question. If you have more questions, let me know in the comment section and I'll be happy to answer them. There is also a buyer's guide in our link in our bio. So check that out if you want a home buyer guide or to schedule a time to talk with us about your real estate purchase or selling your property, right? Thanks so much for watching. I will see you on the next video. Peace.